It's Jenny.
I need some advice.
I think she and Alex are having their first argument.
So, who's winning?
Heidi's golf clubs.
I used to.
You did that?
Then we walked and talked.
Family.
We still walk when we need to work things out.
Isn't it about time?
Maybe Alex and I need to take a little walk.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You're watching the Central Television Network. The following program has been classified G and is suitable for general viewing.
For me, golf is my life and my business. Enjoyable and rewarding, but fishing's my sport. For millions of outdoors men and women the world over, it's more than a sport, it's an obsession. You're about to see why as we experience some of the finest sports fishing on earth. You'll join international experts with the best guides and skippers at the most spectacular destinations imaginable, places where your skill and tackle are pushed to the limit. Our journey takes you to many of angling's last frontiers and a fishing adventure most sportsmen only dream about. I'm Greg Norman, and this is world-class sports fishing at its very best.
Fishing, you've got scenery. I mean, if you don't catch fish, you enjoy the scenery.
Well, Jimmy, there's nothing better than come October, November than heading down to northern Queensland, just off of Cairns for some of the greatest fishing you'll ever want to experience, and that's black marlin fishing.
I've caught a few of those big blacks up around about the 1,000-pound mark, and they're magic, I agree.
Denizens of the deep, I call them, because they are truly the majestic of all fish.
The Australian coastline, stretching 12,000 kilometres through the Pacific and Indian Ocean, is custodian to some of the most productive fishing grounds known to sporting angling. In far north Queensland, the rich flowing currents and prolific reefs off Cairns attract an annual pilgrimage of dedicated game fishermen who come in search of the ocean's greatest prize, giant black marlin. Once you're on the water, anything's possible. The rapid approach of the great fish rising from the depths in pursuit of a shoaling bonita goes momentarily undetected. Only a faint luminescence betrays its presence from above, its curiosity aroused. The suddenness of the strike has an electrifying effect. game fishing, there's no more inspiring sight than a giant black unleashing its awesome power as it fights for freedom.
He had the athletic ability and the movement, the style in which he caught that fish was as good as any angler you'll see anywhere. Like John O. Johnson, JoJo was one of the all-time great big tackle anglers, and I thought Greg did just as good a job as anybody I've ever seen.
Close to the boat, the sheer bulk of a big black can be hard to comprehend. A quick tag in the shoulder, and then the fish is released back into the ocean. Regardless of the size, each encounter is a memorable experience.
You guys who fly fish are a different breed as far as I'm concerned. There's no question about it. That you know, walk around in that cold weather with those booties on and all that stuff up to your leg requires an art, no question about it. But,
It's what New Zealand has really become famous for, is that clear water and beautiful surroundings.
Just seeing that water, flying over it and looking down and seeing, my God, there's a little ribbon of turquoise going down the middle of this canyon, and we're going to get to fish that. And the only way to get there is the way we got there. It was amazing.
The helicopter fishing's got something.
With over 20 rivers and 4 lakes in the district, there's a rich diversity of waters to explore. For some, the thrill of traversing streams hidden deep in the mountains and the sense of remoteness and isolation is the epitome of great sport and adventure.
During the heat of the day, I think we're bound to get a few on the dry, Jim. Maybe a fraction to the right, just down that little channel. Yeah. You can drag on that with that big loop there. Yep. Let him run, let him run.
He's a good fish too.
Let him run.
Woo. I haven't got much strength on him.
Oh, no, no, you're right. Let him run, let him run, let him run. It's a good fish. It's a hot fish. Oh, it gets a big fish. Bright silver.
By systematically working the holding zones, covering new lies with each cast, magnificent specimens can be brought to net.
I'll just fight you in the head with a trap, Jim. A few of those up here. Oh!
What a fish.
Well done.
Morning, Dad.
I'm getting breakfast, Grandad. You sit here.
Thank you. Cornflakes? What? Oh, go on then.
Delicious golden flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk.
Mm.
Now can we go out and play, Grandad?
There's no rush.
Kellogg's cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
I should be getting some sleep. She's a rocket. She was made to burn. Higher than a flag on the 4th of July. Oh, poor pitiful me. Oh, poor pitiful me. Hello, talking, baby, something. I should be getting some sleep. She's a rocket.
At AutoPro, we offer an extensive range of competitively priced automotive parts and accessories. But our most important part is our people. They know so much about auto parts, they'll always give you the best advice. AutoPro, the parts professionals.
I'm here for my 11:30 appointment.
I'm here for my 11:30.
11:30? 11:30.
I don't want you to be no slave. I don't want you to work all day. But I want you to be true.
No wonder it's so hard to get an appointment here.
Make love to you. Love to you.
These are the words of Englishman David Hart, who has developed a revolutionary aid that allows physically handicapped children, including those with cerebral palsy, to experience walking and become independently mobile. The Lions Clubs of Australia and the Spastic Centre of New South Wales have combined in a program to provide a heart walker to the many children with physical disabilities. You can help these children walk with pride by buying a Lions fruitcake slice or Lions candy mints. Their sale will help the Spastic Centre supply the heart walker to needy children around Australia.
Of all the places that I've been, which have been a few good ones around the world, that fishing lodge at Seven Spurs Bay, to me, was one of the most romantic and idyllic spots for light tackle blue water fishing.
Seeing you with a fly rod looked pretty good to me. Those bluefin tuna that came up under that pot of bait, that looked fantastic. And wasn't that a magic spot?
I'm glad we've had the opportunity of experiencing.
Welcome to the top end, a vast and sparsely populated area, beautiful unspoiled landscape. Its waters brimming with fish, undoubtedly one of sports fishing's last frontiers.
Would be a tough one to sell. Anyway, I'll go out, Tim, and you can pass that stuff down.
I'm worried about Jimmy getting out of here, that's all I'm worried about.
You're like an old seal.
No, I wasn't going to say anything, Jimmy. I just saw an article about whales beaching themselves. And
G'day, Washo.
Hi.
Good, thanks, mate. Sorry we're late.
Nah, he's gone.
God,
Oh, no,
my
he isn't.
gosh, that's Washo.
How you going, Greg?
God, I haven't seen you for so long, Washo.
It's a bit like that.
Oh, mate, it's good to see you. Fired up that Evan Rood. All right, where are the fish and what's the world record? Days like this on the golf course say blue skies and 65.
Fishing offshore around the many reefs, which are accessible only to the resort's guests, can offer phenomenal action, especially when hooked up on fly.
See that? Let me try and hook it up.
Got it. I'll hook him up. I'll hook him
He's
up.
gone, this one.
Yeah, I know.
On the right here. Quick, get your fly out that way.
Yeah, look at the fly, look at the fly.
Look at the size of those sharks in there. Here comes the other fish.
Thanks.
Oh, missed him. Got him.
Whoa. Get on you, Greg. Keep the line tight, mate. Wait until he gets on the reel. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now you can play him off the reel. Good man. Let him go. Watch your fingers. You're doing a good job. Whoa! I love the sound of that, Mono. Did you see him eat it?
Yep.
Let him take it. Just let him take it. There's a lot of drag on him there.
Oh, a lot more fish down there.
That's the way, Greg. You're doing a good job.
Oh, a little jumper.
Oh!
What are you doing, Jimmy?
I don't know. I think a shark might have got it.
I think I got a shark too, to tell you the truth.
That's the way, Greg. Give him stick. What are we fishing here?
Doesn't matter.
Northern
Oh,
bluefin.
it's a northern bluefin.
No wonder they're pulling.
That's the first on the fly rod.
Longtail. Northern bluefin.
A little sushi?
Oh, what a beautiful little fish. Little bluefin tuna. That's a first. Never caught one of
Good
those.
on you, mate.
That's good for putting back.
That's why they're pulling.
Look at them all coming in. Look at the school coming in over here, guys.
Where?
Look at them over here.
Look at them coming, tailing down sea, tailing down sea. Look.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
They're coming right at us.
You got a shark, I guarantee you. Don't high stick these things. You're better off fishing down to the water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you just lose leverage after a while.
Shark.
Yeah, you had a tuna and the shark ate him. Hooked in the guts.
Geez, that's a good
Great
effort.
tip.
I'd like to start broadening my horizon with fly fishing. I think probably bonefish and tarpon and permit and GTs and your salmon fishing, getting cold. I think that.
Well, you'll have to come down to Tasmania and have a go at those wild brown trout. Those speckled monsters of the deep in the Great Lake in Tasmania that weigh 10 pounds, they're pretty special too. And if they're rising to the dry fly, that can be magic fishing.
Daybreak in the central highlands of Tasmania. The stillness of a tussock-fringed lake is broken by rising trout searching for food. In the mist, stationary observers watch and wait as the fish feed safely beyond their casting range. Such is the intriguing nature of the sport.
The way I rate Tasmania as a fishery compared to the other great fly fishing venues of the world, I'd put it right at the top. And the reason I'd put it right at the top is that the greater the challenge, the greater the reward in fly fishing. And the challenge here is of the highest order in terms of fly fishing. And it's not for the recreational fishermen. You have to have the skills of fly fishing down before you come here. But it's large fish in thin water, in very clear water. It's very visual, and it's extremely demanding because the fish are so knowledgeable and wary. They're wonderful wild brown trout and some rainbows, and that you can't find in this exact setting anywhere else in the world.
That's perfect. Absolutely miracle stuff.
All right, let's get another one.
Okay. That's good. He's just coming down that bank there.
Yeah, if you worry. Yeah.
If you want to be really satisfied, why don't you give me a call? I'm waiting by the phone just to please you. Call 1-900-1020-10. Pick up the phone. Call me now. Yeah, I'm waiting for your call. 1-900-1020-10.
Today's lesson is about eating a healthy breakfast. Some cereals provide only this much fibre. One bowl of Sultana brand, however, contains 2/3 of a 5-year-old's daily fibre requirement, helping to maintain general health and vitality. Any questions? Okay. Drop and give me 20.
Kellogg's Sultana Bran. It helps kids shine.
Parents.
Diarrhea can be a serious problem. When it happens, it stops you being where you need to be. But now there's Imodium. Just one dose of Imodium can control diarrhea fast. So you can get on with your life with confidence. Imodium controls diarrhea before it controls you.
Today, BrandPower shows you the easiest way to bake a cake using non-stick Glad Bake. Non-stick coated both sides, so you can place it either way. No greasing needed, so it's healthier too. And when your cake is baked, it lifts out cleanly, just like this. Also use Glad Bake for biscuits. It's reusable, as well as for roasting vegetables, rolling out pastry, for oven baking, so many uses. Glad Bake for non-stick, no mess baking and more. BrandPower, helping you buy better.
Yeah, I haven't really done a lot of stream fishing, Jimmy. I did one time up the Deschutes River in Portland, Oregon, with Jack Nicklaus one time, and that was my one and only education of stream fishing, and we were catching steelheads there. I love that. I mean, if you don't catch fish, you enjoy the scenery.
It's only appropriate that such impressive surroundings should be the stage for unforgettable encounters with special fish.
See him there now, look, you get a window, see he's a big fish. You'd want to come, right in front of you, don't move. Don't move, don't move. See the fish? Look at the size of that. Huge. Look at that. What are you going to do, Jim? He's right behind you. Can you kneel down slowly? Moving, he just took a dry, just behind you. He is 8 feet behind you and he just rose. You don't need any line out. Here he comes. He's coming for it. You've got him. Oh, God, I can't believe it. You beauty. That is unbelievable. Bring him down, Jim. Bring him down. Bring him downstream. I don't believe it. That is the most amazing sight I've ever seen. Woo.
Wasn't that out of control?
I can't believe it. Bring him down, Jim. Bring him down. I can't believe it. It's huge. I've never seen such a sight in my life. That is a classic, unbelievable.
Oh, did you see him come across
Oh,
it?
yeah, watch these rocky shelves.
No.
He'll have you on them. See them?
I know.
He doesn't even know he's hooked.
I know.
Easy, 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 Jim. Watch the fish, watch the fish.
Yeah,
That's where you don't want it tight when you're not looking. Okay? Beauty. Look at him. So big he can't move, but I think he's gonna explode soon, so just get nice steady pressure on him when he's... Easy! Oh!
Oh, what a fish.
Easy, come up close to him, Jim. Come up close to him. Just I'll often go under the rock in front of you.
Big is he?
You beauty.
Oh, he's a monster. Look at my hands. Not often I shake, mate.
Easy, Jim.
I don't get the shakes off.
Easy.
Shakes off.
Easy.
Oh, yeah. Well, hearts are in mouths and these big fish. Jesus. You know, my heart's in my mouth now. You just don't know what's going to go on or what could go wrong. And you just pray and hope everything holds. And super light line and a fish that's, well, it's a fish of a lifetime. Look at the size of it. Look at its tail. How big is he?
We're going to find out any second, Jim.
Oh!
Jesus, what a bloody
How
yote!
was that?
Woo!
Oh,
Put it there!
what a fish! My God, look
What
at
a
the
lovely
size
fish.
of it.
A lovely fish.
Oh, it has to be 10 pounds.
What a beauty!
Oh, Tony.
Put it there, Jim.
Oh, mate.
That's fly fishing at its best, eh?
Oh, isn't that a fantastic fish?
Let's get way.
Look at the size of it. Oh. Well, it weighs 10 pounds.
It's 10 pound. Hey?
10 pounds.
It's a beauty.
That's lovely.
That's a lovely shot.
Okay, can I put him back?
Yep. Let's put him back
Put him
slowly.
in the water? Yep. There we go.
What a beauty.
Oh, what a fabulous fish.
Nice, easy. Oh, look at that. Monster of the deep. And we got him.
And I think in 3 to 5 years up here in Madang and the northeastern part of Papua New Guinea, I think we're going to find that it's going to be a good fishery, not only for billfish, but for probably yellowfin tuna as well.
Fish jumping. There's something back there. The concentration of baitfish schools provide year-round action. And trolling the 100-fathom drop-off 200 yards from the palm-fringed coastline adds a new dimension to game fishing.
Still there?
I can't see him as yet. He went out to the left. There he is, behind your lure. Here he comes. Bring it. The energetic blue marlin performed brilliantly as they leaped free from the waves, stripping 80-pound lines in long-winded runs.
There's lots and lots of baitfish size yellowfin tuna here. There's a lot of pressure in Papua New Guinea for commercial fishing leases to be signed over to Russians, Japanese, American longline purse owners, all of those huge tuna-taking machines that can just wipe out areas in a very short time. To the general public, it's just a fish. You know, you buy them in cans in the supermarket. Who cares about these tuna? They're a very important part of the food chain.
We might get him to jump. All right. Jump.
Make the most of your May long weekend at Quorn's 120th birthday. Friday evening, celebrate the book launch of Quorn, The Continuing History, followed by the opening of Sue's Art Studio Gallery and Exhibition. Saturday, enjoy Quorn's many attractions. Take a ride on the infamous Pitchy Ritchie steam train. Get down country style at the Bush Dinner Dance. On Sunday, don't miss all the action at the Stockyard Arena Family Sports and Gymkhana Day. Sunday evening, be entertained at the Old Time Concert. Monday's activities wrap up the weekend. Quorn's 120th birthday. For more information, contact the Quorn Tourist Office.
One ton rodeo. One ton rodeo. One ton rodeo.
New Holden Rodeo V6. The most powerful V6 one ton. The one and only range of New Holden Rodeos.
Time for breakfast. Eat fun, Kelly. Drink from your cup. She drinks. Bobby says sit down and eat everything up. Peaches today? No way. Give applesauce a go. No, no. Will you eat your cereal? She will. She will. Eatin' fun, Kelly. It's time to play. But eatin' fun, Kelly wants lunch right away. Already? Yeah.
You'll just
just love feeding adorable Eating Fun Kelly from Mattel.
I wondered if I ever see a world where I could just be me, where love and life had quality, the way it ought to be. And I wondered if I'd ever fly so high that I'd be in the sky, and with you by my side, the sky would be in me. Today I'll shed my broken wings, today I'll shine and sing, today I'll do the most amazing things. I'll climb a tree at Camp Quality, I'm free. At Camp Quality, at Camp Quality, I can be me. I can be me.
We're in waters that I doubt that anyone's cast a lure into before. We were in such a remote part of the world, catching these huge fish that if you didn't take control in the first 3 or 4 seconds, you were gone.
You can book me into that, Jimmy, because I definitely, I like, as you say, I like to experience something new, something different all the time. I'm amazed that you could even catch one like that, Jimmy. So.
On board the mothership Golden Dawn, an epic adventure begins with a slow and stately passage into the sporting paradise. New friends brought together from opposite ends of the globe prepare for the unknown.
These fish live under logs. If they come out of the log, something else is going to eat them. So they live in the logs. You fish to cover. The fish comes out of the cover. He turns with immense power, takes your lure. He's going back in. That's why we're fishing locked up drags or nearly locked up drags and strong rods, because you've got to turn that fish in that split second he bites, or it's all over.
So we're talking really what's arguably the hardest fighting fish in freshwater anywhere in the world.
Given the situation, you've got to catch them in, yeah.
These ancient methods of subsistence living serve as a poignant reminder that fishing as a sport has its origins in our hunting past. The ritual is an ancient one, played out over thousands of years. The hunter, spear in hand, takes aim and strikes. As one life ends, another is sustained. A freshwater fish that's unstoppable on 40 or 50 pound test always commands your respect. A 15-pound rat can pull line from a locked down 40-pound drag with both thumbs clamped firmly on the spool. A 50-pound fish can pull you overboard.
Oh, that's a bit bigger. Nice fish. Yeah.
Well, at least that's a fish of consequence.
Manual, this is okay.
I don't think he's that big. I hate to say it.
It's all right. No, he's all right. Oh, you see the foil?
Keep him this way, mate.
All right.
Bring him.
All right.
You don't let him tell you where to go. He's not very big, eh?
He's not very big, is he? Woo! Well, he's not as big as, you know.
No, he's not as big, but he's got
He's still a nice fish.
Well done.
God, that was quick. What was the elapsed time on that? The way the fish adjust to the habitat, they're an ambush type fish. They're around logs and rocks and whatnot, and they'll rush out and grab a plug. You can plug cast to them. The power of the fish for just the down and dirty dive or run, not a long run, but a powerful run, it's the strongest fish that I've encountered. I'm just echoing what other people have said. And you hear that and go, oh, yeah, right. It's just some exotic fish and no one can fish it, so I can say that, you know, and get away with it. But it's true. I mean, some really recognized authorities have said that.
Hang on.
For the diving power, the strength of the fish. It's the toughest one I've been around.
Always the better fish.
All right. Yeah.
Hurry, it's heavy.
Good.
Look at the fish, Jim. Well, tilt your head up.
He's looking at me. Put him back.
Okay, that's good. Boy, he snatched it right by the boat, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Oh, what a fish. Woo! Look at this.
Haven't got him yet. Just give him
Oh, look at the size of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
God, look at him.
Oh!
Oh, he's pulling us around that fish.
Look at that for a fish. Oh. Look at that fish. What a fish.
God, look at that. That's a pig.
Hang on. Just open your mouth, Mr. Bass.
Ho, ho.
Oh my God, look at that. Now, Joe Doggett, that's a real fish.
Yeah, where'd the skunk go?
Woo! Oh,
All right.
ain't that something? Joe,
Look at
now
that.
how big's that?
Big enough. It's big enough to get you off the back of that skunk you've been riding on.
Jim,
Hey, Joe,
isn't that something?
isn't he a fish and a half?
Look over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic fish.
Yeah,
Again.
that's.
Put him back, hey?
Yeah, oh, what a
Let him get a
beautiful
bit
fish.
bigger.
Just get him up right.
There he goes, look at him. What do you think of Bass New Guinea against Bass America?
Now, it turned the largemouth bass inside out. I hate to say it. I don't think any question about that. There'd be nothing left but gills and scales.
Yeah, I don't think Dean Butler can be accused of underestimating him.
No, it's an extremely, I mean, especially giving you in fresh water like this.
Yep, your rear discs are fitted perfectly and the suspension's fine.
We go to extraordinary lengths to make sure your car runs smoothly, with safety checks that are second to none. Repco Auto Repair, we guarantee it.
When I met Gianni, I discovered something deliciously exquisite. Pasta with 4 cheeses sauce. And now with Continental, I can do it my way. This is one of our new favorites. Watch. First, Continental's amazing new 4 cheese pasta and sauce. While that's cooking, this. In 10 minutes, voila! That's not Italian. But this is. Gianni! It's a fantastico.
You and Continental, just brilliant.
Hey girls, it's the Barbie 1998 Girls of Australia search. Shy or sporty, cheeky or quiet. We're searching the country for 12 happy girls who just love living in Australia. The lucky winners will travel to Sydney for a cool fashion shoot and receive a fantastic Barbie prize pack worth $500. And all the photos appear in the 1999 Barbie magazine calendar. To enter, simply buy any Barbie product with the Girls of Australia sticker, send in your barcode or receipt and tell us why you love being a girl in Australia. Remember, anyone can win, so go for it, girls.
100% Hits Volume 24, the best new music right now with Chumbawamba and T-shirts. Janet Jackson, Spice Girls, Dario G, N-Trance and more. 19 hit songs on the original and the best. 100% Hits Volume 24.
Hello, Seymour.
Hey, Flake.
A great day to be outdoors.
Yeah, better slip, slop, slap then.
No way, Seymour. Too much of a hassle and I've got better things to do. Besides, what harm can a little sun do?
Unprotected exposure to the sun in the first 15 years of your child's life more than doubles their chance of getting skin cancer later on.
So each and every day, tell your kids, slip, slop, slap, and save your skin. You're such a trip.
I like seeing your youngsters on the Mary River catch barramundi and the Saratoga. And what about those crocs?
To be able to use a crocodile as a stepping stone to get across the river is pretty good. I don't know whether we'd want to try it though, but
The journey into frontier country, still wild and unexplored, is a rare event in the fishing world today. When the destination is the Northern Territory of Australia, you are traveling into one of the great remaining wilderness areas on Earth. The relatively low population density and extensive river systems, many and accessible, ensure quality fishing in magnificent surroundings. From clear, shaded billabongs to the muddy waters of the open plains, the remoteness of the expansive wetlands, with its abundance of wildlife and water, is enhanced.
See this false gill?
Yeah.
That's why you need that heavy trace.
What's that false girl for?
It's like a razor blade.
Very sharp. All right, we'll let him go, eh?
Yep.
Whoa.
Get it in. He's just coming with the... Sharing the waters with the ever-watchful saltwater crocodiles, jabiru, and majestic sea eagles, the action can be fast and furious.
see, you're getting slack in the line. Whine. Gotta come to a jump. Whine, good action, bud, good action.
Every time I'm going.
Yeah, that's right. Nice fish, look at him. Nice fish, here he comes.
Whoa!
That fishing is a pastime for the whole family is no secret. The time-honored tradition of father and son sharing the excitement of catching a fish for the table is one of childhood's fondest memories.
Now, there's a proud face if I ever saw one.
In the northern waters off the Gulf of Carpentaria, the barramundi reigns supreme.
No question about it, it's given me a new dimension in the sport of fishing, and hopefully someday I'll be able to master it like you catching a trout in the stream and be able to catch a nice sailfish or a small blue one day on a fly rod. I think that will be the ultimate for expanding my dimensions on how to fish.
The chance to cast into virgin water hundreds of miles from the nearest angler is a lifetime ambition for most serious outdoor enthusiasts. The rugged Northern Territory of Australia promises unmatched saltwater variety in a tropical paradise.
I'm
not new to that angling world, of course. You know, I travel quite extensively and fish for a lot, but coming to Australia is like starting all over again. You pay a price, you know. The sun is brutal out there sometimes. It's not for the average person, but for the true hardcore individual that's looking, you know, for the cutting edge, there's definitely something here. Every day was something different, new species of fish, new territory, new waters, new people. It's, you know, it's a memory I'll never forget.
Fire on it.
Hey, let's put it back.
Here it comes.
Oh,
throw it on the water.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Just do that. Not too far out. They'll come right here. Yeah, you need some room to work.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Come on.
Oh, you're pulling. Oh, then. Yes, now.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Jeez. Jeez.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, we're on. I know. Big time. Pretty good sized fish. Right up on the surface. Look at this. He's off.
This guy's getting buddy.
Yeah. We'll get him again. It's supposed to be a bulletproof fly. I tell you, if these aren't tackle tested fish, I've never seen any that are.
They've just got no respect.
They've got no respect for anglers and tackle, that's for sure.
Okay, quick release, gentlemen. Right, now you get your fly in the water. Yeah, Tim, you've got to get the speed.
I know.
Look at them all down there, mate. Just let your fly sink. Let the fly sink. Let it go down now. Let it sink. He's on it. Hook.
Oh,
there
he goes. Oh,
keep going.
now I lost him.
Fish everywhere.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, mate. You're right.
Hold on. Fish everywhere?
Where's your leader?
Right here. I guess I'm not too excited stepping on the line. I can't take line when I'm stepping on it. Oh boy, my heart's beating so fast. I gotta get this fly back in the water.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We got fish everywhere.
You'll be right.
I want one. I need a hookup. I got the GTs.
No, let it sink, mate.
Hold on.
Get some line out.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
No, I gotta break off. I tangled on the end here.
Oh, you lost another fly.
Tangled on the end here. I had the line all wrapped up. I didn't want it in the water.
Another fly. Quick, another fly, Shawnee. You're right, mate. This is how we sort you Americans out. We put you into a high pressure situation.
You guys are putting me in a very high pressure situation. I'll handle it though. I can handle stress. Hold on, I got multiple wraps here. I gotta take care of this.
There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing happening here. Just relax.
Hold on.
Lost the fish, okay?
Hold on.
There are no fish here.
There are no fish here.
Now, look.
Oh, there we go. Hey, he took it. Here we go. Hey. I don't even think he knows he's hooked yet. Okay, I'm gonna come under you.
Okay.
I'm gonna come under you.
Control now.
I'm gonna come under you.
And I'm gonna hook one up too.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
That's okay. I'll tell you, you know how to call it. Pushing man and tackle right to the edge. Now, 20 years ago, people probably told you couldn't catch a giant trevally on a fly rod. You can see half a dozen fish following him. I can see the leader, but he's gonna go again. These fish are, these exciting. Whoa! Run, baby, run, go home. Pump him a little bit, head rattles, shakes, a little run. This fish does it all. I'm gonna bring him around again. I'll turn him right now, There we are.
Whoa!
Terrific job.
They come in fly to the camera. Good fish, mate.
Terrific job.
Look at it, and he's still got some fight in him.
Oh, look at that. Fly stuck right in the corner.
Yeah.
That looks like the ideal place to hook him.
Hey, I'd like to take a picture of you holding that one if I could, Tim.
Sure.
Just like that, eh?
Sure. Hey there, buddy. Thanks a lot. You made my day. I'll let you go, boy. You're too good to keep. What a wonderful fish. Goodbye, buddy. See you again. Catch you next time. That's saltwater fly fishing at its best.
Blues, the colour of music. Port Augusta Blues Festival, Saturday the 18th of April. Tickets through Bass.
Nobody does it better. Do you like it? Thank you, Mr. Hooker. LJ Hooker, you're the best.
Every day, thousands of people call Lifeline for help. You too can help by simply hosting a dinner party on Saturday, May 2nd. It could be anything from a formal affair to a backyard barbie. Organise your get-together and ask your guests to make a donation to Lifeline. Call 1-800-816-747 right now for your host kit.
Morning.
Morning, Dad. I'm getting breakfast, Grandad. You sit here.
Thank you. Cornflakes? What? Oh, go on then.
Delicious golden flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk.
Now can we go out and play, Grandad?
There's no rush.
Kellogg's cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
I should be getting some sleep. She's a rocket. She was made to burn. Higher than a flag on the 4th of July. Oh, poor pitiful me. Oh, poor pitiful me. Hello, talking, baby, something. I should be getting some sleep. She's a rocket.
What happens to the giant blacks when they depart from North Queensland and go to where we don't know, and the blue marlins off Hawaii, and the sailfish through the Gulf of Mexico and through the Caribbean, and the blue marlins that start down near St. Thomas or off Africa, where do they go? We don't know.
They're fish without a country.
Yeah.
They don't have an owner.
That's
You
right.
know, like the American government, the Australian government can't control the wanderers of the ocean, the pelagic fish, and so we as recreational anglers have to take a stand and fight. When Greg finally gets onto a real big fish, he's going to get it, isn't he? You know, like if he gets hold of a 1,400 pounder, he's got a real shot because he's fit enough, he's young enough, and he just handles the rod magnificently. When we went down to Lake Brunner Lodge, trout fishing again, you know, something that was special to me was to have the freestone stream fishing, the whole sort of, the whole spectrum of fishing in the South Island of New Zealand. The trout so special, the lake fishing and big rivers, small rivers. And the thing about New Zealand that I liked the most was you see the fish before you catch them. You see the fish actually come up and ride.
In the alpine country, a ridge of towering ranges and broad glacial valleys combine to feed crystal clear rivers that hold small numbers of exceptionally big trout.
About the right length?
Yeah.
That's drifting down, way down to the right.
Fishing in these astonishingly clear waters is a joint effort. The guide's knowledge and experience are invaluable for stalking trout lying in unseen currents and eddies.
Wait. Oh, no!
You were too quick, Sandy.
Oh, damn!
You're too quick, mate. Too quick.
I thought I had him.
Yeah, you did, but you're too quick. Too quick on the strike.
I heard you say wait. It's just going to spit it out.
Yeah.
Can you see him now?
Yeah. He's just dropped a fraction deeper, but yeah, it may take 3 or 4 drifts over him, but we'll get him.
The terrain is physically demanding, requiring stealth and patience to wade within 20 or 30 feet of an unsuspecting fish. Strike indicators are commonly relied on.
Can't see it.
Oh, no! Oh!
I gave him heaps of time.
No, you didn't, but what the hell? Just wait, he's going to come, he's back. Just wait.
Oh.
Fly fishing these waters calls for particular versatility in the angler's talents. You'll need skills in hunting wild trout in crystal waters, presenting the fly with delicate accuracy and subduing large, superbly conditioned fish in fast-running streams.
Yes!
I find in myself an instinct that I'm not aware of at any other time. And I'm only aware of that instinct, that hunting, very basic urge, when I'm in somewhere like this, remote. There aren't people around this beautiful water. There's something you want to catch out of that river.
And there's nothing wrong with that, providing we're using a resource and making sure that resource is always there for another day. Look, I think fishermen do a lot more good than harm. In fact, a lot of wildlife on this planet has gone forever because no one's been interested in it. But we're interested in trout. We protect our rivers for trout to be there for the next generation, and we actually owe it to our grandchildren to leave them with a first-class trout fisherman.
He's not played out, but just keep him out of that fast current if you can.
That's a lovely fish, my word. I can see him. Come on. No, don't go downstream. Don't go downstream. Yes. Whoa.
Oh, let me take a stab at his weight, Sandy. I'll just take a wild guess, mate. He's 5 pounds. Nice fish. Cracking, good fish.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Good on you, mate.
Fought well, didn't he?
Yeah, beautiful. Look at the size of him. Isn't he a lovely fish?
Stunning fish.
At AutoPro, we offer an extensive range of competitively priced automotive parts and accessories. But our most important part is our people. They know so much about auto parts, they'll always give you the best advice. AutoPro, the parts professionals.
Well, Jimmy, you look what we've done in Madang. We're really on the leading edge, the cutting edge of a new frontier for blue marlin, probably black marlin, small blacks, and
as you say, you need more boats, more days fishing to find out just what's out there. It's going to be a place where I think a lot of anglers are going to come in the future.
Absolutely.
Kaka and Bagabag Islands are proven marlin waters, with blues over 500 pounds regularly raised on Pakula lures. The incredible mass of baitfish roaming the deep water drop-off can turn the surface white, while ever-watchful frigate birds circle above.
There's something back there.
Time will tell if the big fish gather off Mendane, and with 500-pound blues already on record, that time may be close at hand.
No shutout today.
A variety of world-class action available off the coast of Mendane also includes the amazing sport of catching dog-tooth tuna on fly rod.
Look at him. He's making a move. Look at that. Look at that. Boys, look good. No, he's not yet.
A shot at a world record is a complicated affair, teasing up fish cruising the reef 30 feet below.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's getting keener now. Get
The
ready.
hotter the doggies get, the more they light up in agitation.
There he is.
There he is.
Lit up.
Oh, he's lit up now. Oh. He's lit up now, the bar. See the bar across his head?
Yep, up. See that. There he is.
Here he comes, that's it.
He's hot, see him? Oh, he's lit up. Get ready. See him lit up?
I think that on the side. There's two. There's two. There's another one down there.
Ah, okay.
You're a beauty. There's two now.
Here we go. Here we go. He's lit up. He's going to turn. Yeah, see that? Look out, look out, look out. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's lit up. Look at this other one. Get ready. It's not going to be far now. Here he comes. That's going to make him wild. See the light up, Jim? Oh, yeah. See the one, he's come and had a look at that one and he's swung at the bait. We need him to do that more often. Here he comes. See, turn on, he's turned on. Turned on. Woo. Oh, is that fishy or what?
Here he comes, then. That one there.
Now he's turned. See,
that one there is the one that's going to hit.
He's the biggest one too, isn't he?
Yep.
Now when we hook up, Jim, when you get the shot, all Brett's going to do is hit
for the
hammer
open water.
For the deep blue water. Get ready now, Jim. Get ready now.
This is fly fishing at its most exciting. Each hookup is fraught with drama, and rarely is the angler in control.
Get out of the way, keep right angles to the reef. Oh, tell you what. Just start to put a, just try and turn it. Now you've only got 10 kilo line.
Once on, there's nothing to be done but hang on and hope.
Did you see that run? That must have been 450, 500 yards.
The reel's only got 300 yards on it. Right. Oh. It's a stalemate at the moment.
It's certainly a stalemate.
Get every inch of line you can, mate. Every inch of line. He's coming this way. Keep winding, winding, winding. He's gone.
Ah, it's gone.
Tackle failure is a constant source of frustration. Custom-made flies unable to take the heat these fantastic fish put on the tackle.
And from the dimension of the blue water, heavy tackle fishing to the light tackle and family fishing, it gives us the vast cross-section of what fishing's all about. It encompasses everybody, from children who are 8 years old up to adults and elderly people who can enjoy it.
He's been complaining about understeer all season. It's his first year with Sauber, but now he's got it so good that now he's starting to complain about oversteer. And he's in 7th position. His teammate Johnny Herbert is in 11th place. David Coulthard has just made the fastest lap of the race. And there is Eddie Irvine coming up to Mika Häkkinen. And Irvine is catching Häkkinen. Race order: David Coulthard, Michael Schumacher, Mika Häkkinen, Eddie Irvine. There is Schumacher. And Schumacher is now on a tremendously quick lap. He's fastest in the first sector and the second.
Well, the cream always goes to the top, and the best two drivers around this circuit are currently first and second. The next best driver is Eddie Irvine, back there in 4th place, and I expect he'll be closing in on Mika Häkkinen very, very soon.
And Michael Schumacher has just gone 0.6 of a second faster than David Coulthard. That is very, very quick indeed. The gap is 2.1 seconds, but it is decreasing. There is Michael Schumacher. He had a crash at the beginning of last year's Argentine Grand Prix and went out of it immediately after it hit Barrichello. Now you're looking at Eddie Irvine, and the gap between Irvine, who is 4th, and Villeneuve, who is 5th, is 1.6 seconds.
Well, that's 3 consecutive Grand Prix where we've expected problem into the first corner, and the drivers have all been good as gold.
Well, we all go. This is lap 4 out of 72. David Coulthard out on his own, but Michael Schumacher is catching him, and there is the living proof. You can almost see the Ferrari gaining on the McLaren. Yes. Is this due to fuel load?
I don't know, but David Coulthard was very, very slow through the hairpin. Michael Schumacher visibly faster, and David's got his hands full there. Michael is on a charge. He's obviously easily catching him 2 or 3 tenths of a second per sector. In fact, I think David made a mistake on one of the hairpins, because Michael Schumacher took 1.2 seconds out of him in the mid part of this lap, according to our computer information, and that's why he's steering at the back of him now.
Well, David Coulthard has been the master of Mika Häkkinen all through this weekend. He's the master of it now. There's a lot of Ferrari lovers here, and the Ferrari flags are going. The red caps are being waved, the red anoraks are there, and Ferrari is on its way, but not quite enough. They are 2nd and 4th. Schumacher is 2nd, Irvine is 4th. The Top Williams, the world champion of 1997, and there is John Lacey going through with Frentzen. That's a replay, and that was a very daring move by Jean Alesi to move up to 6th position in the points ahead of Heinz-Harald Frentzen.
Yes, Frentzen having to get out of the throttle. Alesi closed him off and put him into a position where he had no option but to lift the throttle. This is where Michael Schumacher's taking, and David's run wide again. He's run wide again. Oh, no!
Off goes Coulthard. Spin, contact there. Now there's going to be ructions, I suspect, but that looked to me like a clean move, Martin.
I have to say, I think David didn't realise that Schumacher had made it up the inside of him. I'd be amazed if that hasn't damaged David's suspension. And come to that, Michael Schumacher's, but I think David's suspension will be more exposed in that.
Well, I'm sure we're going to get a replay, but meantime, as Michael Schumacher comes round, it looked to me as here's a replay now. Look, you see Schumacher right up alongside.
Yeah, I don't think there's a piece of bodywork going missing there off of Coulthard's car. But I don't think David had any idea. He braked late, went in deep as he did the lap before, too deep. And I don't think he had any idea that Michael had taken so much time out of him.
So now David Coulthard is well down. I'm just checking whether David Coulthard actually went into the pits there. But Michael Schumacher, as you can see, is well on his way. Mika Häkkinen is up into 2nd place, over 5 seconds behind the flying Ferrari. And it's Ferrari 2nd, Ferrari 3rd, because Eddie Irvine is in 3rd place, ahead of Jacques Villeneuve 4th. Here's a replay.
Oh, here we go again, and that's there's a piece of the under tray that's gone missing, and that's not a critical piece. It won't help the performance. David, I think he's so busy recovering from having braked too late, he just didn't realise Michael had come up the inside of him. But Coulthard's still on the track and still going fast, in fact. So clearly, all 4 wheels pointing in the same direction, even if a bit of bodywork is missing.
Now, you were saying yesterday you can break the suspension with your foot if you push it the wrong way. I'm looking at Schumacher's front suspension. It looks perfectly okay to me.
Well, there's a lot of load goes through those in the fast corners, and if it was going to break, it would have broken before now. But it can do other damage to wheel bearings and rose joints and that sort of thing. But I think they've both got away with that, what looked like actually quite a lot of energy as the McLaren went up in the air.
And look at the gap now between Michael Schumacher, and this is in a situation, I remind you, where the doomsters were saying no one's going to live with McLaren this year. Well, not only is Schumacher living with him, but Eddie Irvine is, because David Coulthard is down in 6th position after that spin, and Mika Häkkinen has got Eddie Irvine right in his wheel tracks.
Well, Coulthard is the fastest man on the track on that lap, and matching really Michael Schumacher's pace up front, so at least David has a chance to make a recovery, except that he's got to find his way past Alesi, Villeneuve, Irvine and Häkkinen, and that won't be easy.
Lap 7, race order. Michael Schumacher leads by 6.4 seconds. Mika Häkkinen is being caught, and there is the proof by Eddie Irvine. Jacques Villeneuve is 3 seconds behind Irvine. Alesi is right behind Jacques Villeneuve in 5th position. David Coulthard is 6th and catching Villeneuve and Alesi. And in 7th and 8th places, Frentzen and Wurz. Damon Hill is in 9th place. Johnny Herbert is 11th. So, Irvine 4th. Damon Hill 9th. Johnny Herbert is in 11th position.
Well, that's given David Coulthard a wake-up call, and he's on a stunning lap at the moment. He's really charging.
Yeah, he's just gone fastest of all in the first sector. Now, Coulthard has got Alesi in front of him as we watch Häkkinen and Irvine. Eddie Irvine pushing to make it a Ferrari 1-2, first and second. Michael Schumacher, meantime, is pulling away. 7.7 seconds is the lead now. And David Coulthard, who gave the race to Häkkinen in Australia, there he is behind Jean Alesi, who is following Jacques Villeneuve. So we're looking now at the battle for 4th position. The red Williams Mechachrome, the mainly blue and yellow Sauber of Jean Alesi, going like he hasn't gone before this year in the Sauber. Behind him is David Coulthard, but David Coulthard's going to have all his time cut out to get past Alesi and Villeneuve.
Alesi running wide, and Coulthard, well, having to lift off because Alesi was on a mission to get back onto line. David's going to have a problem now. He's in the dirty air of Alesi. Alesi's got a red mist on, chasing that Williams, and he's not going to be an easy man to pass.
Well, I'm just looking at the lap times now. Eddie Irvine's just done a 1:31.4. That is 1.4 seconds slower than his team master, and I use the word advisedly, Michael Schumacher. But Irvine's 1:31.4 compares with virtually the same time to within 100th of a second of Jacques Villeneuve, who is behind him. They're holding station. And as I said before, it's terribly difficult to pass on this circuit. Replay of Jean Alesi nearly chopping the nose of David Coulthard's McLaren Mercedes as Michael Schumacher goes through and completes another lap. He's on his 9th lap out of 72. There is Hakkinen, there is Irvine. 4th is Villeneuve, 5th is Alesi, 6th is David Coulthard, 7th behind them, 4 seconds behind them is Heinz-Harald Frentzen. And as far as the tire war is concerned, Bridgestone is 2nd behind Goodyear Ferrari of Michael Schumacher. 3rd is Goodyear, 4th is Goodyear, 5th is Goodyear, and 6th is Bridgestone.
Yes, those Bridgestones look a bit too hard. The two McLarens really struggling to keep up any kind of pace. David on a charge, but you can see the car sliding around, and a sure sign when they can't slow down into the hairpins if they've not got enough mechanical grip.
Okay, Martin, you're driving the Ferrari, you're in the lead. How much of a lead do you want to build up, assuming you're on a two-stop strategy?
Well, first of all, I wish I was in that Ferrari in the lead, but as big a lead as I possibly could. You don't know what the weather's going to do, you don't know what may happen on your own pit stop, or when you get to the traffic. There's going to be a lot of lapping done this afternoon, so Michael will he'll be smiling to himself at the moment because it's all way too easy for him, isn't it?
Well, meantime, David Coulthard is in the points, just in the points. We're with him now as they drop down the Senna S. This is about the only place on the circuit where there's any gradient. They're coming up to turn 16 now, the double right-hander, Villeneuve, Alesi, Coulthard, and they dropped about 50 miles an hour there. Accelerate away, round the left-hander, turn 17, 135 miles an hour, build up to 180 miles an hour, and Alesi looking for his line as he follows Jacques Villeneuve, and Coulthard tight up behind them in 6th position. Frentzen, meantime, is making no gain at all in 7th place on this battle for 4th position. Frentzen is now 22 seconds behind race leader Michael Schumacher. Heinz-Harald Frentzen, who has beaten Villeneuve in the 2 previous races, is 7th. Wurz is 8th. Hill is 9th. Fisichella is 10th. We have got people dropping back all the time, of course. Ricardo Rosset, the Brazilian in the Tyrrell, is unsurprisingly last. I say unsurprisingly because he was doing a lot of spinning off in the practice and really does not seem to be very happy in Formula One. He's way down, he's 55 seconds behind the race leader. Nakano in the Minardi is 21st. Tuero, the Argentine driver, is in 20th position. Mika Salo in the Arrows and Pedro Diniz in the Arrows are 17th and 19th. The Arrows have been performing much more reliably here. They're gradually getting the bugs out of what is an innovative and very impressive motor car. As Villeneuve, Alesi and Coulthard continue to fight for that 4th position on lap 11 out of 72. Here's the... And Eddie Irvine is... I'm just checking. Eddie Irvine is only 1.6 seconds behind Mika Hakkinen. And his last lap was marginally slower than the McLaren, so things are fairly static there. But Michael Schumacher is the first man in the race today to go round in under 1 minute 30 seconds. 1 minute 29.5. He did that on the 3rd lap. And that is about 1.5 seconds outside last year's lap record.
No, Michael's trying hard. You saw him lose the back end of the car there into the hairpin after Ascari, but good direction change. He's been flinging that Ferrari around. There's good grip here on the exit of this corner as you head down a short straight towards the Senna S. Michael with a 10.6 second lead. And he looks pretty casual through there, but he'll be jumping on the throttle pedal. He's trying hard. Yeah, he's really enjoying that, isn't he?
Now, as ever, Michael, before this race, he had 2 cars available to him. All the teams bring 3 cars, and one of them is assigned to each driver, and the spare is a preferred car for one of the drivers, and in the case of Ferrari, whoa!
That's how hard he's trying. He locked the rear, or just the beginning of locking the rear wheels, and the back stepped out, but it's an instinctive reaction. You don't think about turning into that, you just do it, it just happens.
Well, that graphic gives you the proof about how Michael Schumacher is pulling away each of his last 3 laps quite dramatically faster than the last 3 of David Coulthard. The result is that Coulthard, who was leading at one time, of course, is now down some 19.19 seconds behind Michael Schumacher on lap 12. And now we're riding with Coulthard as he attacks.
That's Coulthard into turn 3, having a go at the inside of Alesi. Didn't make it stick. He keeps yo-yoing up to the back of Alesi and then falling as he gets in the dirt here, or locks a wheel or something, falling away again. David having a terrible race.
Now, I was saying that Michael Schumacher had the 2 cars, and right up to the time the pit lane closed, he was debating about which of the 2 cars, which had different setups, he was going to use. Well, I don't know how the other one would have gone, but this one's going pretty well. Lap 12, he's faster again. Michael Schumacher, presumably as the fuel load comes down, as a bit more rubber goes on the track, as he enjoys the adrenaline of leading a race for the first time this year for a long time, is going faster and faster.
I don't know how Ralf Schumacher ended up back in 13th place after his excellent qualifying position in 5th position on the grid, so clearly he's had it coming together with somebody. Ralph way back in 13th, Damon Hill in 9th, Johnny Herbert 11th.
Well, at least Ralf Schumacher has not only done more than 1 lap, but is still on the same lap as his brother, race leader Michael Schumacher, who has just gone faster again. 1 minute 29.285, 1.3 seconds outside Gerhard Berger's last year's lap record in the Benetton Renault. And that is Alesi. There is David Coulthard. Now, David obviously hasn't settled for 6th position, but he's not having any effect on Jean Alesi. And that coming together with Michael Schumacher could cost him very dear indeed. At the time it happened, he was on 10 points. That's Eddie Irvine in 3rd position. And now, of course, he's on 1 World Championship point in a situation where he's already 8 World Championship points behind Mika Häkkinen after 2 races.
60 laps to go yet, though. Plenty to happen, I feel.
Yes, because we don't know about the strategies. We don't know, for that matter, whether we're going to get a bit of dampness or even a bit of rain on the track. When I came to the commentary box, it was looking quite gloomy. But time for a moment to leave Buenos Aires, but join us again soon.
Morning.
Morning, Dad. I'm getting breakfast, Grandad. You sit here.
Thank you. Cornflakes? What? Oh, go on then.
Delicious golden flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk.
Now can we go out and play, Grandad?
There's no rush.
Kellogg's cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
I should be getting some sleep. She's a rocket. She was made to burn. Higher than a flag on the 4th of July. Oh, poor pitiful me. Oh, poor pitiful me. Little talking, baby, something. I should be getting some sleep. She's a rocket.
At AutoPro, we offer an extensive range of competitively priced automotive parts and accessories. But our most important part is our people. They know so much about auto parts, they'll always give you the best advice. AutoPro, the parts professionals.
I'm here for my 11:30 appointment. I'm here for my 11:30. 11:30? 11:30.
I don't want you be no slave. I don't want you to work all day, but I want you to be true.
No wonder it's so hard to get an appointment here.
Make love to you, love to you.
When you need a pro who knows the facts to fix your vehicle's electrics on the road will get you back. Fuel injection, diesel batteries, tune-ups and air, the perfect solution for everyone out there. Who can you trust to do all that? Call your local Bosch bloke. He knows.
Call 1-800-060-060.